Test, 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 test.
So I can see, yeah, when it goes to the yellow and red, that's when it starts breaking up. So if I watch that, I can turn it down just a little and watch it. It doesn't get past yellow. Right.
Good morning from South Metro Sportsplex in Centerville, and welcome again to Beavercreek High School Hockey. This morning the Beavers taking on the PHA Prowlers in the second round of the Post-Ohio District Tournament. The PHA Prowlers hailing from the Bowling Green area. PHA is a abbreviation for Prowler Hockey Association, as they're a club team of around 10 schools from the area up there in Bowling Green. And the Beavercreek Beavers, of course, last night skating to a 3-3 tie with the Worthington Kilbourne Wolves. So the Beavers looking to better their place as they head toward what will hopefully be a championship round tomorrow. The Prowlers, meanwhile, they had a good game last night as they defeated Alter 7-5, so they moved on. Another game last night, the Lake Flyers, they defeated Kent 6-0. And so the Beavers really need to win their periods today to get a point and then win the game to try to find themselves in a position where they can try to play for a championship tomorrow. Goaltenders for today's game for the Beavercreek Beavers, Ben Duford, and for the PHA Prowlers, Josh Neff. The Beavers will be in their road black uniforms and the Prowlers in their white sweaters and black trunks. My name is Kent Jacobs. We appreciate you joining us on this early morning Saturday hockey from South Metro in Centerville. Puck dropped and the Prowlers start out. Sam Mills drops it off for Palambaro. Palambaro will dump it in. Yeah, the Prowlers playing a high-scoring game yesterday against Alter. Unaccustomed to seeing the Knights give up 7 goals in one game. This PHA squad, very high flying yesterday. The Beavers are going to need to play some defense this morning. Puck shot in by Wenger. of PHA. Beaver is going to look to try to get on the board early and get the Prowlers on their heels. Loose puck over the line into the PHA zone. That's Jeremiah Hatch dumping it in for PHA. Beavers trying to get a rush going, as the puck possession so far in the first couple of minutes of play has been in the hands of the Prowlers. Now for Beavercreek, trying to come back and trying to dump it in was Elsner. It's taken away by Brackett of PHA, Keaton Brackett. Loose puck right along the PHA line, and it flips up over the boards onto the Beavercreek bench, and they'll have a face-off. 12:30 to go in the first period. We're scoreless. And from the face-off, puck back into the PHA zone. Trying to get a shot was Thomas Bush, but he was almost parallel to the goal line, so really didn't have any type of look at that. Prowlers come back, a couple of players go down. No whistles. Beavers coming back, trying to wrap around Bush. Now a loose puck is tipped up wide by Riley Hansen. Now after a body check, here come Sam Mills, and getting a shot on goal, and do forward the save and take the face off in the left wing circle of the Beaver zone. This is the third annual Post Ohio District Tournament. Giving some of the high schools a chance to have a winning end to their season. Loose puck in the Beaver zone. There's a shot, and there's a save by Duford. Loose puck. Beavers clear to center. Back they come. There's a centering pass for Hansen, but Winger of PHA with the check on Hansen. Now there's another shot, and that's by Bush, and it's wide. Picking the puck up is Ben Hayes. He scored twice in their game last night against Alter. There's a big check. Beavers retain possession. At center, it's Alex Elsner. Alex, he's getting tied up by two Prowler players. He still has it, but then he's bumped into the boards by big Keaton Brackett. And the puck rims around to the left wing corner. Palambaro clears to center. 10:15 to play. First period, we're scoreless. Elsner tried to prod the puck free, and out comes loose. Joe Bordas wrestling with John Frush for it. Coming away with it for the Prowlers is Brandon Lay. Lay tied up in the corner. Puck loose, now behind the net, and it's chipped away back into the Prowler zone. Here's Sam Mills of PHA. Pass up ahead for teammate Brandon Hucks. Hucks scored yesterday as well for PHA against Alter. There's a shot, Benny the save. Another shot, wrister. And that's deflected aside. That was Brandon Hucks on a shot. Puck cleared and icing on the Beavers. 9:07 to go in the first period. It will be Brandon Hucks taking the face-off for PHA. I don't know if that's Riley Hansen down there. From the face-off, shot, and they score! And the Prowlers get on the board. So PHA getting on the board first, and that goal scorer is Cam Tackett. Cam Tackett. And PHA takes a 1-0 lead. We saw yesterday afternoon against Alder, this Prowler team can put some goals on the board. The Beavers are going to have to guard the net, try to keep players from the PHA players from crowding the net. There's another shot. Pad save. Prowlers hold it in. And now back come the Beavers. And it's stolen right back by Beckwith. Beckwith played a good game last night for PHA. Beavers trying to get the puck out of their own zone. There's a shot, and Dufour will glove that one. 8:04 to go first period. PHA leading it 1-0 on a goal by Cam Tackett. From the draw, deep in the Beaver zone. Puck wrapped around. There's a loose puck right in front. And the Prowlers hold the puck in. Puck wrapped around behind the net for Caleb Huffner. Huffner wraps it around for Brackett. Brackett in the corner. Lost it. Puck kicks free to the left wing corner. And John Frush, he's a big body out there. He pins a player to the boards. When Beavers come back, trying to take on three defenders. There's a shot and a save. Rebound right off the side of the net. So Joe Bordas nearly scoring. Pad saved by Neff, and then the rebound was hit off the side of the base of the net. Elsner bumped by a couple of players. Centering pass by for Bordas, and it's too far in front of him. Now Bordas and Elsner trying to kick it free. Brackett for the Prowlers, lost it. Centering pass, shot! And Neff the save. That was Joey Donahue with a shot. So the Beavers now trying to put some pressure on this Prowler defense. After the PHA team had held possession of the puck for most of the first few minutes of this game. There's a shot, and that's wide of the Beaver goal. Max Ingram trying to go after the puck. It ties up in the corner. Puck wrapped around for Sam Mills. He lost it. Back come the Beavers. Neff out to cut off the angle here, moving in with a shot, and they score! Thomas Bush! What a move! He dekes out goaltender Neff, pulls the puck over to his backhand, and he was able to just slide it right in. And for the Beavers sharpshooter, I didn't get updated stats, but that's got to be up around 50 goals on the year now for Thomas. So the Beaver sniper strikes again. And he's able to tie the game up at 1. Boy, the game that this PHA team played against Alter yesterday was just back and forth. They just exchanged one goal and the other team scored, so we'll see if this contest shapes up that way. Here's Beckwith, icing waved off. Here comes Beckwith of PHA on right wing. He dumps it in. Puck wraps around to the left wing corner. Several players digging at it. Now here's puck cleared, not out, held in by the Prowlers. And now finally it's chipped up down the ice. And that'll be an icing on Beavercreek. Teams changed with the stoppage of play. .9:03 to play in the first period. So it's the dynamic duo of the Beavers. Thomas Bush with an assist from Riley Hansen, the two leading scorers for the Beaver squad. Puck tied up behind the Beaver net. A couple of players collide, Bordis and Gable. Beavers look to get the puck out of their own zone. That's definitely a key to the game for them, to try to keep this high-scoring Prowler team out of their own zone. Now for PHA, it's Brandon Lay. Lay, beg your pardon, behind, I beg your pardon. Lay behind the net. He dumps to center ice. Now the Beavers, Alex Elsner, he's flattened by Jonathan Frush, big boy out there. And as always, Alex right back up on his feet, takes a licking, keeps on ticking. That's Alex Elsner, the speedy freshman forward for the Beavers. Face off, Ingram. Pass is taken away by the Beavers. They dump in. Puck wraps around Sam Mills of PHA, flips it up over the reach of Riley Hansen and down the ice. Puck shot in by Josh Holdren of PHA. They tie up in the corner. Beavers come away with. Here's a big check. This PHA team, they're going to hit. They definitely have some big players out there, and they're trying to express their physicality in this first period. Now trying to move right in, and the net, and they score! That's Brandon Hucks, I believe. Let's see if I can make sure of that number, but he just walked right in through the slot and was able to put it in. That's Brandon Hucks. He just maneuvered right in front. Right through the slot area between the face-off circles, and that gives PHA the 2-1 lead. Now the Beavers try to answer. There's a shot, beg your pardon. And Neff the save. This 7 a.m. start got some not quite Yeah. The pipes aren't ready to go yet. Got a frog in the throat. Here's Beckwith of PHA. Rink wide pass taken by Ben Hayes. He'll dump it in. So that was Brandon Hucks, assisted by Max Ingram. That was the official total or official scoring from the table down at rink side. Puck dropped in behind the Beaver, or rather the PHA net. Palambaro drops it off to a teammate Lay. He wraps it back around for Huffner. Huffner. Pass for Frush goes past him. Beavers intercept. Here they come. Bush pinned to the boards. Frush trying to dig it out for PHA. He does. Bangs it over to the opposite side for Caleb Huffner. Huffner shoots to center, and there as big Jonathan Frush carries in over the Beaver blue line, a teammate was in ahead of the play, and that's offside. Minute 22 to go, first period. And there was a penalty on the play. So it's on the Prowlers. I mean, that's what the play was, not an offside, so it was a penalty. What was that for? Interference? Okay, thanks. So interference, 2 minutes. I didn't catch the number of who went in the box. Now Bush trying to hold the puck in. He's being harassed by Hucks, I beg your pardon. There's big Max Ingram trying to check a player into the boards, and the Prowlers regain possession in their own zone. They're short-handed. O'Halley lost the puck. Scooping it up for the Prowlers is Sam Mills as he bangs it off the boards. And the penalized player is Brandon Lay. So Brandon Lay is in the box for interference. Another minute 27 seconds, but the period only has 40 seconds left. So the Beavers, they've got their chance now to try to tie the game. Carson Cox drops it back. Carson trying to get it back. It's chipped away by Beckwith. Back to the Beaver line. Half a minute to go in the period. Bush has it poke checked away. Thomas Bush trying to stick kind of around the forechecking Prowlers. Now comes Bush, shot, and Neff the save as he is able to pluck that one. That was Riley Hansen rather with a shot. Neff was able to catch that one. Beavers have a face-off deep in the PHA zone with 11 seconds to go in the period. And the Beavers trail it 2-1. Here's Bush, shot, and that's deflected away in front to the corner. Elsner drops it to the point. Braden Cox, shot, and that's turned away by Neff. Last second, they are unable to get a shot away. The Beavers will have 38 seconds of a power play going into the second period. However, the Prowlers win the period, and therefore they get a point. So it's not only that the Beavers trail, but they also give up a point in the tournament standings to the Prowlers. PHA, after last night's game against Alter, if I can dig up my score sheet here. That's my makeshift score sheet from last night. PHA last night won one period and tied 2 periods, so, and then won the game. Do they get a point for tying a period or not?
Half point.
Half point, okay. So the Beavers last night got 1 point, and then another half point. So they got 1.5 points last night. PHA, they got a point and then a half point, so they're 2 points. They got 4 points total last night, PHA, for winning the game. And the shots on goal favored PHA, and that's no surprise as they held the puck possession for most of the period. 10-8 in favor of the Prowlers. Goal scoring that first period, it was Tackett and Hucks for PHA and Thomas Bush for the Beavers. Beavers need to get a shot. There's Carson Cox, a shot and a save. Holding the puck in at the right point was Thomas Bush. Power play has 15 seconds left. Beavers trying to get a play off on the power play. Braden Cox, a shot blocked, and back come the Prowlers. Penalty's been killed off. Hitting the ice as he's being checked by Cox was Hucks. Hucks wrestling around trying to pin Cox to the boards. The Beaver captain is able to fight through that. There's a shot, and it's off a stick into the corner. Carson Cox gets around Fresh, passes over to the opposite wing boards, but it's volleyed right back in behind the net. We've got a whistle, and we've got, what was that?
That was weird. It was offsides. It should have been for icing. It was icing. They didn't call it right away until he touched it.
Huh. Yeah, that was a quick whistle. Apparently icing. When the, so 13:49 left in the second period. Face off in the Prowler zone. Back with Lawson. There's a shot by Elsner. And that's the save by Neff. Beavers trying to keep the puck in the Prowler zone. Get some pressure on that net. Elsner, Donahue held it in. Trying to clear the puck was Beckwith. It shot to the center red line. Beavers dump back in. Now the Prowlers trying to come back. Wrapping the puck around was Hatch of PHA. Loose puck along the right wing boards. Now into the Prowler zone. Centering pass. And Beavers unable to hook up. Back come the Prowlers. There's a shot. Duford the save off the side of the net. Hayes drops it back to the point. Bush trying to chase it down. Bush trying to beat the defense down the ice. And Neff out of the net to try to break that up. Beavers retain possession. And now at center, Thomas Bush tied up along the boards. Now a couple of players haggle for the puck. Finally whistle, and we've got a hook on somebody. And that will be, it looks like that's Tristan Gable of the PHA Prowlers. Beavers have their second power play. They're 0 for 1 tonight, or today, this morning, whatever it is. Face off in the PHA zone. Shot is wide. Thomas Bush. Pass escapes to center. Now the Prowlers dump in, but nobody's there to try to take advantage of that. All right, Hucks, I'll tell you what, he's a plucky player out there. He's a real battler. I've seen him pin a couple of guys to the boards pretty hard. Say these Prowlers, they're a physical bunch. Here's Braden Cox. Pass up ahead for Riley Hansen, and it's taken away and cleared. Back to the red line. Here's Thomas Bush. Bush looking from behind the net to see if he can get it in front. There's a centering pass for Carson Cox, but it's off a stick and back to the Beaver line. A minute left in the Beavercreek power play. Puck stolen. Here's a shot, and that's why. That was Ben Hayes with a wrister that was wide of the net. Beavers come back. Puck shot right, and there's a shot in front, and they score! Power play goal as Neff hit the ice. And the Beavers tie the game on a power play goal. And let's see who the goal scorer was. That is Joey Donahue. So Joey ties it up. And we're all knotted at 2. 10:43 left in the opening period. Joey from Thomas Bush. Puck chipped up behind the net now in the Beaver zone. Webb for Bordas. Bordas for Donahue, but it's too far ahead of him. Prowlers intercept, and back they come. Trying to cut in. Beckwith trying to get a backhander, but he didn't have control of the puck and was unable to pull the trigger. Nice check by Elsner to disrupt that shot. Here's a centering pass, shot, save, rebound. Here's another shot, and that's blocked in front. Donahue after it for the Beavers. He clears. Beckwith back to his own line for PHA to play the puck. And a pass to Hucks. Hucks lost his footing, hit the ice. Webb is after it for the Beavers. And now Tackett picks it up and wraps it around the boards for teammate Hucks. He's tied up. Holdren has it stolen away by Elsner. Racing across center, Alex Elsner.
Nice.
Pass, shot, and Neff the save. And the Prowlers trying to come back, but one of them lost their sticks. Now back is Gianni Palambaro. Palambaro for PHA. Pass is dumped in, but intercepted by Webb of Beavercreek. Now puck stripped right back away by the Prowlers. Gable passes into the corner. And puck cleared away by the Beavers. 8:45 to go, second period. 2-2, Beavercreek in the black uniforms and the PHA Prowlers, or Prowler Hockey Association, in the white sweaters and the purple trunks. Carson Cox for Beavercreek. Carson dumps in and playing the puck as one of the Beavers falls over him as goaltender Josh Neff. And Neff is able to control the puck to cause a face-off. Riley Hansen and took the draw for the Beavers, but the Prowlers win it. They're trying to move it out. Beavers steal the puck. It's Thomas Bush. His wrist shot is wide. Hansen drops it back for Braden Cox. His shot. And Neff got a piece of that. Puck behind the net now. Thomas Bush trying to track it down in the corner. And the Prowlers regain possession in their own zone. Beckwith. Pass trying to get it out of their zone. Now the Beavers steal it. It's Hansen trying to center the puck, and it's intercepted. The Beavers have really turned possession time around in this second period. Now here is shot by Lehman, J.J. Lehman, a shot that's wide, freshman, and the puck is shot back in the Beaver zone, and Braden Cox played it, but it's icing. 7:05 to go in the period.
Because you notice that he called me like as soon as they crossed the line. Anyways, I guess as long as they're calling.
From the face-off deep in the Prowlers zone, Webb a shot right on, and saved by Josh Neff as he hits the ice to smother that shot. And we'll do it again. Face-off left wing circle. From the face-off, playing the puck, Josh Holdren of PHA. He clears the zone. Beavers dump right back. Elsner trying to dig it out. His shot. And that's wide. It bounds off the inboards to the left wing side. Fighting for it, Cam Tackett of PHA and several other players. Beavers trying to keep the puck in the attacking zone. Elsner trying to stick handle in front and has it poke checked away. Now for PHA, it's Brandon Hucks. Hucks, he's checked, gets it back, and now clears the zone. And that's going to be icing once again. And you're right, Jeff, they're not waiting for the touch-up on the icing anymore.
Yeah. Did you notice that they waited until they touched it up twice?
It seemed like there was, like a couple of quick whistles on the icing. It seemed here. I don't know. The one I wasn't even sure it was icing. I didn't know what,
7 a.m. game.
It's not just 7 a.m. for us, it is for the refs too.
Agreed. No, it's not icing.
Now the Prowlers dump behind the Beaver net. After it is Ethan Webb. He drops it off to Bush. Thomas Bush on left wing to center ice. Bush over the line. Bush looking to make a play, and he tries to center it through the slot area, but unable to hook up with Riley Hansen. Now digging for it in the corner. Bush trying to come away with it right at the side of the net, and has it poke checked away to the right point. Webb holds in. Centering pass broken up and tipped wide. Under 5 minutes to go in the period. Prowlers clear. First period time of possession clearly favored the Prowlers, but in the second period the Beavercreek squad has held possession what seems to be the majority of the time. John Frush is able to check Webb into the boards. Beavers come back. Hansen, stick handling, through, and he tips it just wide as he walked in front. We're all tied at 2. Screen shot by Webb is blocked off the bodies in front.
Another hook by somebody.
And it looks like we've got a penalty.
Hooking. Yeah, it's hooking on Prowlers.
Oh, okay, so a hooking minor, and that's going to be on Mr. Braylon Beckwith. Braylon spelled Braylon. So Beckwith then the box for a couple of minutes for hooking. Beavers 1 out of 2 on the power play this morning so far. Puck cleared. Benny Duford will deflect that puck into the corner, deferring to teammate and team captain Braden Cox. Pass up for Hansen. Hansen moves in, shoots, and have to save. Loose puck in front, and the Prowlers were able to clear. Racing after the puck was Cox as Tristan Gable was trying to sneak from behind him and steal the puck. Now Gable again steals the puck. His shot, save, and Duford holds on to the rebound, and Tristan Gable a couple of tenacious plays to steal the puck short-handed in the Beaver zone. And he is able to get a shot away. But Duford the stop, and he'll hold on to it. Face off. Right wing circle of the Beaver zone. Now Elsner will be asked to leave the face-off circle. Joey Donahue takes his place as Carson Cox comes in the Beaver lineup off the bench. Hayes of PHA flips back into the center, but the Beaver still. Here's Donahue. Donahue behind the net, and the puck is cleared, and it's on goal. It has to be played by Duford. Beavers have 45 seconds left in their power play. Cox, right wing, Elsner. His shot is wide. From the carom of the end boards, the Prowlers are able to clear the puck away.
Oh, I did last night. Yeah.
20 seconds left in the power play chance. Dangerous pass as Hux was there to try to steal it. Now moving in for a tip, and one of the Beaver players hits the ice, and the puck is cleared. Here's Hux wrestling with Braden Cox. Behind the net, Holdren trying to dig it free. Now Carson Cox and Braylon Hux. There's a shot, it deflects high. And off a body. Now we've got another whistle. And let's see, the penalty has been killed off the previous penalty. Now it's going to be Who do you think, Sherry?
It was Braden interference.
Oh, okay. Braden Cox, 2 minutes interference. So now the Prowlers have a chance to take the lead on a power play. Shot popped up high off the blocker pad of Duford. But the Prowlers unable to get a tip on that rebound. Now a quick pass. I don't think he was looking for it. That was Beckwith. He retains the puck now. Drops it off to the point for Mills. Mills shadowed by Donahue, and the Prowlers have to retreat. Now Beckwith carries in but lost the puck, and Webb clears. Now at his own line again. It's Hux. Brandon Hux carries in. There's a pass, shot, and it's high. Donahue poke checks it away, and he flips it up over the bench, and that'll be a face-off. 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the penalty. Is that 1:04 left in the period? I can't believe it. Seems like it's gone by really fast.
You're not a goalie parent.
I know, I was going to say.
So just a minute left in the second period. There's a blast on a one-time shot by Prowler captain Gianni Palambaro. And now face off Riley Hansen against big Jonathan Frush. He's a big boy out there. Puck banged in behind the Beaver net. Bush clears not out, held in. Centering pass for Frush. It's off his stick, and Carson Cox clears to the other end. Neff will have to play the puck, and he'll hold on to it with Riley Hansen trying to swoop in. Clock stopped, half a minute to go in the period. 34 seconds left in the Prowler power play. Puck dropped. Prowlers come back. Pass on left wing. Now a centering pass for beg your pardon, Rohali. He was unable to hook up. Now Beckwith drops it back for Palombar or for Hayes, and his shot is blocked. Elsner plays it for Beavercreek. He's bumped off the puck. Just a few seconds left. There's a shot, and Duford makes the stop with a second to go in the period. Penalty killed off.
Oh, it was offsides, I guess. So they're going all the way down. They must have been calling it. Yeah. Oh, they were calling it before he took the shot. I guess that's why.
So that's an offside. Is that off right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So second and a half to go. Beavers could get a shot away if they win the draw, but the buzzer sounds, and that's the end of the second period. So after two, it's all knotted up at 2 apiece. And the good thing for the Beavercreek Beaver squad is they win this period. And that gives them a point. Is that correct? So even though we're tied up, the Beavers do get a point. And the two teams will head to their locker rooms as they, beg your pardon, resurface the ice. Okay, shots. Okay, so 9-8. So thanks. Okay, so PHA out shooting the Beavers 9-8 in the second period, and for the game so far, the Prowlers out shooting the Beavers 19-16. What are they doing down there?
Trying to wipe off the condensation off the glass.
Oh. Why is that happening?
When the weather warms up, it gets a little warmer, it causes condensation. There isn't quite enough airflow down there.
Oh, okay. The viewer is saying, what the heck are they talking about? I was seeing one of the rink hands are wiping off the plexiglass along the boards, and I just wonder what happened down there. And engineer Jeff told me they were wiping off condensation from the plexiglass boards due to the warmer weather outside. For those of you that are outside of the southwestern Ohio area, I know we've got folks listening out in Louisiana and Minnesota and some other parts outside of this Dayton, Ohio area. Right now, it's been a very odd weather stretch here.
Yeah, I know. I
in Dayton, where we had a snowstorm a week ago that dumped somewhere about 5 or 6 inches of snow, and I know people up in Minnesota are laughing at that. It's not being a snowstorm, but for here it is a fairly significant snowfall. So things were shut down for a day, I think a week ago, or a week and a half ago. And so we had snow on the ground, and the old saying, anybody from Ohio knows the saying, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. And that's what's happened. It's suddenly turned into spring right after we have our biggest snowfall. So that's the way things go around here. And so it's warmed up the last couple of days, and it's supposed to be up to close to 60 degrees, I think, this weekend, but with a lot of rain. So when we've gotten a lot of snow melt going on, and now the rainfall and the warmer temperatures. So there is some condensation accumulating on the boards, the plexiglass above the boards. So they're rink hands wiping it off. So taking a look at this pod tourney, this stoppage of play for the Zamboni, and the Zamboni will be coming out here momentarily. Let's take a look at the tournament rules. This third annual Post-Ohio District Tournament. Let's take a look at the rules, shall we? Let's see. Let's see. There we are. Time of play, 15 minutes. 18, maximum of 18 players on the rosters. Let's see. A player who, and these are some rules that are pertain to the individual players. Let's see. A player who incurs 5 penalties in the same game shall be assessed a game misconduct and be removed for the duration of the game. I don't think I've ever seen that in the high school ranks around here, 5 penalties game. I've seen guys get a couple of penalties in a game. Game disqualification penalties. A game disqualification penalty requires immediate removal from the game. They'll be ineligible for 2 games after that. Taking a look at tournament scoring, and this is where the seeding will go and how things turn out tomorrow. 1 point, because the tournament is going to be won by a point accumulation, not winning a typical championship game tomorrow. So 1 point will be awarded for each period won, and a half a point for each period tied. So right now the Prowlers have a point, the Beavers have a point so far in this game. 2 points will be given for each game won, 1 point awarded for each game tied, and so that's how the points are dealt out for this tournament. And here are tiebreakers. Since there's only a few games that are going to be played, 4 games played for each team, there's a high possibility of there being a lot of teams with identical records. So this is how they will deal out the winner of the tournament and the final seeding in the tournament, based on, first of all, head-to-head game scores, and then head-to-head game points, and then third is the won-loss record, and then fourth is a goal differential, which is goals scored minus goals allowed, with a maximum of 5 per game. So you're given credit for winning a game and winning by a number of goals. However, the way they've set the tournament up, they don't want to incentivize highly, lopsided scores. So if a team wins 5-0, that's the same as if they won it, 10-0, or I should say that the other way around. If they win it 10-0, it's the same as if they won it 5-0. They will the goal differential will stop count at 5. I think they want to discourage incentivizing teams to run up the score, as it won't be necessary to add to their goal differential. Fewest goals allowed is another qualifying tiebreaker, and the lowest total team penalty minutes during the tournament. So again, trying to incentivize good behavior on behalf of the players. And then finally, if after all those tiebreakers, the unlikely scenario occurs that a couple of teams are still tied after all those tiebreakers, there'll be simply a coin toss to see who wins the tournament. But I imagine the odds of that happening are pretty slight. And we're still waiting on the Zamboni.
What the update is they're filling it for.
Hey, Jeff? Sorry to interrupt.
Zamboni, they're putting water in it. So
Oh, they're putting water in? Oh, okay. Just wondered. So they found that they're out of water in the Zamboni machine. So we have a bonus extended intermission right now for me to blab. So let's go over some more tournament rules as far as we just went over some individual rules, but here are here's the schedule for tomorrow, as the championship game will be played. Let's see. That's not right. Please stand by as I try to open this program. There we go. Okay, so tomorrow the schedule will be 12:30 will be the 5th seed against the 6th seed, and the middle game, the 3rd and 4th seeds play, and that's at 2 o'clock, and then at approximately 3:45 the championship game will be played tomorrow. Of course, the Beavers, they won this tournament last year, I believe, either won or were runner-up. So, and taking a look at the state rankings, and these were put out by the Ohio High School Hockey Association last week on February 24th, or when these rankings are from, and taking a look at teams in the area that the Beavers have played. Dayton Stealth, although the Dayton Stealth, it's their varsity team, not the junior varsity team, although the Beavers haven't played the Stealth JV this year, but the Stealth varsity, they are way up at ranked 3rd in the state with a record of 35-3-2. So they're looking toward trying to go a long way in the state tournament. The Talawanda Brave that the Beavers played a couple of weeks ago, they are ranked 8th in the state at 26-7-2. And of course, the rankings do not start and end with the team's record. There's also a lot of other factors, including the schedule strength of the teams they play and some other factors as well. So the win-loss record is actually not as significant as some of those other categories. Perrysburg, the Beavers played them, I think, in the preseason, and they're 15th in the state. Cincinnati Moeller, they check in at 17th, so they're having a really good season. The Northern Kentucky Norse, the Norsemen, they are ranked 28th in the state. They've got a record of 34-15-4. And you say, well, why is Northern Kentucky ranked in the Ohio high school rankings? So they have quite a few players from Ohio playing on that team, so I don't know if that's why that they're qualify for, I beg your pardon, and why they qualify for the Ohio State rankings. It's the Cincinnati Swords. They are 34th in the state. The Miami Junior Red Hawks are 45th. And let's see, the Olentangy Braves that the Beavers played and lost that heartbreaker overtime game in the first round of the state tournament last weekend. The Olentangy Braves are 51st. And the Springboro Panthers. And here's where that win-loss record comes into play. The Springboro Panthers record is only 10-23-1, but they're still ranked right around the middle of the state, 52nd out of the 102 programs, and that's because they play in a very highly ranked conference, the Capital Conference in the Columbus area. And so the Panthers play a lot of tough teams. And so despite that one-loss record not being very strong, the Panthers are ranked relatively high at 52nd. And the Beavercreek Beavers, they are ranked 55th with a record of 18-7-1 as of February 24th. Another team, two more teams in this tournament, the Lake Flyers, that we'll see later today. They are ranked 59th. The Alter Knights, who play after this game, they were ranked 60th as of the 24th of February. Gahanna, that the Beavers played earlier, they're ranked 65th. The Indian Hill Winter Club Rangers, and the Beavers haven't played them this year, but last year, either last year or year before, they played Indian Hill, I believe. The Winter Rangers. And they're ranked 70th in the state. Another team in this tournament, the Kent Cyclones. They're ranked 72nd. And another team in this tournament, the Worthington Kilbourne Wolves. They came in at 74th, although they were able to tie the Beavers yesterday. These PHA Prowlers, they are ranked 76th in the state. And as of February 24th, the Prowlers had a record of 1-30-2. 1 win, 30 losses, 2 ties. And I heard one of their either parents or coaches saying that they've had a season where they've gotten hit pretty hard as far as some lopsided losses this season. So they must play in a pretty tough area, because this PHA team, we saw them, they're playing the best of the Southwest Ohio Hockey League in this tournament. And the number one team in the Swashel, the Beavercreek Beavers, who won the conference tournament and the overall tournament regular season, and the second-ranked Alder Knights, and they beat the Knights last night 7-5, and are tied with the Beavers 2-2 after 2 periods. So you tell me, and after last night, the PHA obviously got their second win of the season. But you tell me, and they got some big kids there. Again, this is a club team, so they can draw from a number of high schools in their area. But you tell me, this team, PHA, 2 wins, 30 losses, 2 ties, and after seeing them play the best of the Swashel this weekend so far, I'd have to say that they must have probably played some pretty stiff competition, because I think if you plop the PHA Prowlers in the Southwest Ohio Hockey League, I think they would probably contend for the conference, because they look pretty good out there. And the Beavers have their work cut out for them to try to pull this game out and position themselves for a chance to play for a championship tomorrow. Of course, the Beavers have another game later on tonight at 7 o'clock. So the Beavers, they need to pull this game out, and then later on they play Kent. And we saw the Cyclones get beat last night 6-0 by the Lake Flyers, and the Beavers, I believe, defeated the Lake Flyers earlier in the season. So obviously the Beavers would be favored against the Kent Cyclones tonight. So if they can pull this game out against a stingy PHA Prowler team, and then defeat the Kent Cyclones tonight, and then the Beavers, coupled with their tie from last night, they should be in a good position to possibly qualify for a championship game tomorrow. But they definitely need to pull this game out this morning. If they are unable to, then they would conversely be in a tough spot as far as trying to play for a title tomorrow. Beavers back on the ice. Now here come the Prowlers in their home sweaters. That's Alex Elsner. Alex Elsner slides down on his back. Now he's back up. And now the PHA Prowlers, they're starting to do their warm-ups. And recapping the scoring in this game so far, as far as the goal scoring. For PHA, it's Cam Tackett. And Brandon Hux. Make sure I have that name right. Brandon Hux, and that's spelled H-U-X. They scored in the first period for PHA, and the Beavers, Thomas Bush scored in the first, and then Joey Donahue tied the game in the second. So each team has won a period. Prowlers won the first, Beavers won the second. And now we're ready for what should be an exciting third period. And the Beavers in the all-black uniforms, the Prowlers in their white sweaters with purple trunks and trim. We are underway, and Mills almost had the puck stolen by Bush, but he's able to clear it down the ice. And the goaltenders for this game, Ben Duford for Beavercreek and Joshua Neff for the Prowlers. Face off at the other end, it's Hux against, is that going to be Riley Hansen? Can't see that far down the other end, I think it is. From the face-off, Mills retreats back. Now shoots to the Beaver line. Beaver's trying to keep the play out of their own end in this period. Prowlers retreat. Hux has it stripped away. Beavers come back, looking for a pass. Bush in front, and a tip is off the side of the net. Neff may have gotten a skate on it. Nice chance early on as Bush received the centering pass right in front. Not quite able to backhand it in the net. Ben Hayes for PHA will face off against Alex Elsner of the Beavers. Elsner wins the draw, but it's taken away by Tristan Goebel of PHA. Goebel slides it in behind the Beaver net, then is checked to the ice. Puck shot back to the right point. There's a drive by the Prowlers' Brandon Lay. That's wide. Beavers come back. There's a shot wide of the mark by Joey Donahue. Joe Bordas has it taken away by Beckwith. He in turn is stripped away by Donahue. Bordas trying to get it out. It's picked up by Christian Rohally, and he'll dump it in the Beaver zone. 2-2 the score. We've got 13 minutes left in this one. There's a puck stolen right in front of the Beaver net. Puck still loose. Now it deflects behind the cage. And we will not have any overtimes or shootouts in these games. It's all based on the points that we discussed in that intermission. Now for PHA, it's Jeremiah Hatch dropping it in behind the net. One of the Beaver players is checked into the boards. There's a centering pass that is unable to be hooked up on. Beavers trying to come back. Mills is able to check Riley Hansen into the boards. Beavers dump back in. Back for PHA is Sam Mills. Sam Mills, number 11, will carry the puck to center ice and now drop it in. He shoots right on net. Duford the save, and he shoots aside. Now it's stolen away in front by the Prowlers. There's a tip. Duford on the ice. Puck still loose. Several Beaver players trying to guard the net, and they're able to keep it out. That was Brandon Hux who made that play. as he stole the puck right at the side of the Beaver net, and the Beavers fortunate there not to surrender a goal. It looked like a couple of Beaver players were trying to assist in keeping the puck out of the crease area. Down to 11 and a half to go in this game. It's been a fast moving despite the early hour. Here's a shot by big Gianni Palambaro off a stick over the glass. There's a face-off back in the Beaver zone to the right of Benny Duford. It'll be Ben Hayes. And I mentioned last night, if folks old enough as I am to remember, the Cincinnati Reds had a pitcher by that name back in the early 80s. Now the puck escapes to center. Beavers trying to regain possession. They do. Donahue drops it in behind the Prowler net. Beavers need to try to keep it in. Palambaro has it stripped away by Elsner. Elsner checked. And the puck is stolen by Ben Hayes. He tries to start out. Ben Hayes. Pass for Gable rather. Off the boards, now into the left wing corner. A couple of players hit the ice. Again, we're all tied at 2. The winner of this game, well, there's a shot. Benny Duford, the pad save as he gets the big leg pads down. Here's a blast in front. And Duford is able to get a hold of that one. That was Huck's. And now the Prowlers change. You've got Jonathan Frush against Hansen. Hansen wins the face-off. Beavers try to come back here. Neff. There's a good, nice poke check away. Nice check by Will Winger to disrupt that rush by the Beavers. Now trying to steal the puck, Bush. He's able to sweep it in the corner. Shot is wide of the mark. Beavers hold in. They've been a while without getting possession in the PHA zone. Now Riley Hansen, checked by Frush. Beavers hold in. Shot, Neff the save, rebound, and Hansen unable to get to it. He was tied up with another PHA player. Now the Beavers trying to keep the puck in, but Mills has it. Mills, rink wide. Now back to Mills. Mills for PHA. His pass over for Tackett. Cam Tackett will drop it in. The Beaver zone. Now the Beavers come back. Bush kind of lost the handle and his shot is wide. It's not a clean shot. Now trying to race back for PHA, Josh Holdren. He wraps around to the right wing side of the Beaver zone along the boards. Under 9 minutes to go. There's a body check that takes one of the Beavers down, but here they come. Here's a shot, and that's wide. It was deflected off the skate of Sam Mills. Beavers trying to get something going. Bordas, and Bordas is checked into the boards by Mills. Beavers unable to hold it in. They'll go back and get it. It's Braden Cox. Pass up ahead for Donahue. Donahue lost it to Palambaro. Palambaro clears down the ice. And it's an icing violation against the Prowlers. That'll bring the face-off back in their zone with just over 8 minutes to go. Prowlers led 2-1 after one period. The Beavers scored the only goal of the second. And we're all tied at 2 from the draw. Christian Rohalli Comes back for the Prowlers. He tries to center the puck. It's off a stick to the boards. There's a shot. Pad save. Rebound. Loose. Dufort down, and he's able to cover. So the face-off now will be in the Beaver zone. 7:54 to play. This in a very fast-paced affair this morning. Puck tied up along the right wing boards. Now comes to center. Beavers trying to rush back. Palambaro is back for PHA. And there's a Brackett is able to take Hansen down. Now there's a weak shot that's intercepted by Hayes. Hayes will leave it for Gable. Tristan Gable lost the handle behind the net. Now fighting for it in the corner is Fresh. Puck shot to the opposite wing boards. Now the Beavers trying to come back, but losing the puck is Beckwith as Bush steals it for Beavercreek. Bush past Fresh behind the net. Bush drops it off for Webb, but it escapes to center, and that's intercepted by Jeremiah Hatch of PHA. Under 7 minutes to go in this one. 2-2 the score. Prowlers hold it in. Beckwith, shot, pad save, and Dufort will hold on to it. And the winner of this game, if there is one, will have definitely taken advantage insofar as positioning themselves for playing in a championship game tomorrow. From the face-off, Mills was checked. Loose puck behind the Beaver net. Beavers trying to get it out of their own end. Back they come. There's a big check. As Hucks rather stole it. Here's Hucks. And he will stop and circle on the right wing side. Now rink wide pass. Now it's back for Holdren. Now a shot by Brackett. That's blocked in front. Prowlers maintain possession. Hucks shoots in the corner for Mills. His shot is wide. Max Ingram dumps it behind the net. Mills for Brackett. Shot blocked. And the Beavers will ice the puck to take some pressure off, as the Prowlers have been able to keep the forecheck and keep the puck in their zone, in the Beaver zone, for the last several minutes. It seems like we're down to 5:21 to play. Beavers need to step things up and try to get possession and put pressure on the PHA net here at this end. A win would be a big development for the Beavers after the tie. There's a shot and a save by Dufort. Now here's Keaton Brackett. Wraps it behind the net. Puck rims to the left wing boards. Beavers trying to clear, and they do. And before anybody can catch up to the puck, that's going to be icing, as Hansen was after it, as was Brackett of PHA, but neither player able to catch up to the puck before it crosses the goal line, and will move the face-off way back in the Beaver zone. This is a big one. 4:45 to go. That's big Jonathan Fresh, one of the biggest bodies out there. He carries behind the Beaver net. Now is it poke checked away. Beavers trying to come back. Bush, he'll shovel it in to the PHA zone. Hansen trying to steal it behind the net. Wenger for PHA. He's checked by Hansen. Hansen trying to wrestle the puck away. Hansen looking to make a play. Hansen passes off a stick. Now there's a shot. Save. Hansen trying to stuff it in, but there is Neff to cover the puck. Hansen was right there. He was ready to try to jam the puck in, but Josh Neff able to cover. Both goaltenders have played very well this morning. There's a shot from the draw. Save on the big leg pad of Neff. Loose puck now on the corner. Mills will flip it up high and over the glass. In the NHL, that would be a penalty, but not in high school play. And it'll be Brandon Hucks for PHA against the Beavers' Riley Hansen. From the draw, shot blocked off the stick of Bush. Now Mills up for Hucks. Hucks lost it. Mills picks it back up. Back to Hucks. Hucks, left point. Now back to Hucks. Along the blue line. Now Mills. 3.5 to play. Shot wide. Palambaro tried to get a shot on it. Beavers come back though. There's a shot that's wide off the stick of Bush. Puck wrapped around into the right wing corner. Mills will just clear it, and Webb is not going to be able to catch up to that. We'll have a face-off. Big face-off for the Beavers as it will be held deep in the Prowler zone. Circle to the right of Josh Neff. This is a chance for the Beavers to try to take the lead. We're all tied at 2. Elsner wins the draw. Back for Bordas. It's off his stick. Back is Lay for PHA. Lay lost it. Loose behind the Beaver net. Now centered. And DeFord will cover the puck in his crease. And he'll hold on for the face-off. So now the big face-off is for PHA as they have a chance to win a face-off and get a shot on the Beaver net. 2 minutes, 42 seconds remain in the game. From the draw, puck right along the line. Beckwith unable to hold it in. Now back come the Beavers. Here's Bush trying to backhand it, and he's checked. That's Bordas. Now a centering pass is broken up, and back for the Prowlers is Gable. He slides it in as Bordas almost able to get a good shot here at this end, but he was broken up. Now the Beavers come back again on another rush. There's a shot kicked aside by Neff off the stick of Donahue. Donahue checked by Big Palambaro in the corner. Gianni Palambaro, team captain of the PHA Prowlers, drops it off for Sam Hayes, or Ben Hayes rather. Ben Hayes crosses neutral ice. His long shot and blocker save by DuFord. 1.5 minutes to play. Beavers come back. Trying to get through the defense was Elsner, but he's hip checked and hits the ice. Loose puck picked up for the Prowlers by Holdren. Josh Holdren, he's tied up in the corner. 1:15 to go. Puck still tied up in the Beaver zone along the boards. Beavers trying to get the puck out. Hansen hits the ice and is able to get it over for Bush, but it's stolen away. There's A shot by Brandon Hucks up over the glass, and we'll have a face-off with 50 seconds left in the game. Boy, what a good contest we've had this morning. And now there's going to be a timeout. I don't know who called the timeout, but
I bet you it's Beavercreek probably trying to get his team rest.
so failed to mention earlier that the PHA Prowlers are coached by Bob McElhenney. Of course, the Beavers by Greg Gutterman. As the Beavercreek Beavers, they try to win a face-off. Trying to get back to this other end of the rink and set up a game-winning play. While the PHA Prowlers, they're looking at trying to win a face-off deep in the Beaver zone and get pressure on the Beavercreek net. Beavers back on the ice. Coach McElhenney of PHA now finishes his conference. Josh Neff back in his crease on this end. Benny DeFord at the other end for Beavercreek. Big face-off back deep in the Beaver zone. 50 seconds to play from the draw. Braden Cox wraps it around to the right wing side. Puck held in by Gianni Palambaro. Shot. Save. Puck centered again. Now it comes to the right wing side. Palambaro looking to center the puck. It's tied up behind the net. Half a minute to play. Beavers need to get a rush. Instead, it's an icing violation, and now another face-off will be back deep in the Beaver zone. So Beavers in danger of not being able to get any type of scoring chance before the end of this one. Right now, they have to concentrate on winning a face-off and making sure the Prowlers don't get a last-moment shot at their net. 20 seconds to play from the face-off. Prowlers hold it in. Drop pass along the left wing is broken up. Beavers checked and have the puck taken away. Now the Beavers regain possession in their zone. Wrapped around pass for Donahue broken up. Beavers trying to get a last-second shot away. Just a couple of seconds left, and they do get a last-second shot. And it's caught right in the breadbasket of Josh Neff. He holds on. There's just enough time to drop the puck. There's a third of a second. Puck dropped, and that's it. So the Beavers and the Prowlers will both get a half a point for tying this third period, 0-0. And each will get a point for a tied game. What a good game we had this morning. So the final score this morning, Beavercreek 2 and the PHA Prowlers 2. As the scoring summary again.
I got a new nickname for them this weekend. Kiss Your Sister Boys.
It's Cam Tackett and Braden Hucks scoring in the first period for PHA. Thomas Bush in the first for the Beavers, and after one, the Prowlers led it 2-1. Joey Donahue ties the game in the second period for the Beavers, and that's how it ends. So the final score this morning, Beavers 2 and the Prowlers 2. And those two teams, as we look at the final totals for the game, the PHA Prowlers out shooting the Beavers 34-23. And so that's how it ends. If we have a 3 stars in this game. Certainly the first, you have to look at both goaltenders. Benny Duford especially was stopping 32 of 34 shots. But also at this end, Joshua Neff played a very strong game, stopping 21 of 23 shots. And as a number 1 star, I'm going to give it to Brandon Hucks of the Prowlers, as he scored a goal, and also he was a feisty player all over the ice in this early morning game. So that'll end this one. The final score this morning, Beavers 2, Prowlers 2. This is Kent Jacobs thanking you for joining us this morning, and speaking for engineer Jeff Duford and videographer Sherry Champagne. I'd like to say good morning, and we'll see you next time here. Beavers play at 7 o'clock this evening, so we'll see you then here on the Beavercreek Beaver Varsity Hockey YouTube channel. And good morning, everybody.